Welcome to once again in the Department of English, and in this video you are going to watch the the third part of communication skills. In the first part we have studied what is communication, what are the different ways to adapt for the effective communication, the types of communication, the channel of communication. In the second part we have studied how the useful expressions are used while greeting, responses to greeting, introducing yourself, introducing others, joining a conversation and leaving a conversation. And in this video you are going to study taking leave, then requesting, inviting, accepting invitation, declining invitation, asking permission, giving permission and refusing permission. So I will come it one by one. So first comes that is taking leave. So there is the difference between leaving the conversation and taking a leave. When you leave the conversation for some time. But when you take a leave, that means you are not again joining the communication. So this is the main difference. Now again this chart will be helpful to you. First of all, that is neutral or a safe way the useful expressions are used. The second one is the informal. What are the informal useful expressions are used? And the third is the formal ways or the formal useful expressions used while taking a leave. So we are going to study them one by one. Suppose you are talking with your friends or your relatives or your colleagues and you have some urgent work and you are leaving the conversation. How you have to say? You have to at a neutral way, because the persons, now you are familiar when we use neutral or safe way, when we use informal and when we use formal. It means, again I am going to repeat for you, neutral and or safe way, that means the person is not well acquainted with us. Informal, that is our friends, our colleagues, our predecessors, etc. And the formal we use as a official language. So first I come to neutral or safe way. What are the useful expressions used while taking a leave? You must have to say goodbye or good night then or goodbye for now, like this. While informally you have to say bye or bye bye or see you soon, see you again, see you tomorrow, like this. Or you can say goodbye, take care, or bye, take care, like this. Or you can say look after yourself, bye, have a good night, have a good day, have a nice day, like this. But when you use the informal expressions, you should be very careful about the stress and intonation. For example, bye-bye, like this. Okay. But when you are in a communication, formal communication, you cannot use such an intonation like bye-bye, etc. Okay. So you have to use the other expressions. So which are the useful expressions while taking leave formally? For example, I look forward to see you soon or see you again. Okay. Or you can say, I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay. Bye. Okay. Bye. You can't say bye-bye like this. Okay. So these are the useful expressions used while taking leave. Sometimes in our day-to-day life, we have to make the request to the others. Okay, so how to request it properly, neutrally or informally or formally? let us have to study. This is the second part of our video. That is, for example, you need somebody's help to type your letter. When the person is not well acquainted with you, you must have to say, could you type this letter for me, please? Like this. Question mark is there, and you have to take pause after me. Okay. Or do you think you could post this letter for me, please? Or you can say, could I ask you to drop me at the office, at the college, at the such and such square or such and such temple, etc. Or you can say, would you lend me your scooter, please? Would you lend me your mobile, please? Would you lend your pen, please? Like this. Whatever the thing you are demanding, you have to change that word simply. Or you can say, do you mind using your mobile, please? So these are the useful expressions when the communication is neutral or at the safe level. But if the person is familiar, he is your friend, you are a colleague, or he is your bosom friends, so you can change the tone of your speaking. You can simply say, can you help me? Because he is your friend. You can give an order to him. Can you give your mobile? Okay, there is no need to say please, or mind typing this letter, or got 100 rupees, got 1,000 rupees, or do me a favor and lend me 100 rupees note, like this. But the same occasion, when you are in a formal communication, you have to use the other expressions like, do you think it would be possible for you to help me? Because you have to be more formal. Because as I said, that English is the language of good manners. Okay. So, or you can say, would it be possible for you to help me? Or you can say, would there be any possibility of getting 100 rupees? Or you can say, I should be most grateful to you that you could help me. So the situation is the same. But to whom you are speaking, to who is your listener, the relation of the speaker and listener is very important. You have to change the tone according to your relation, and you have to change the way of speaking, the selection of words, etc. Now suppose the other occasion is how to give invitation, because in our day-to-day life, for a number of times we give invitation to other, invitation of different occasions we say. So here are some of the examples for you. For example, in a neutral or a safe way, you can say, would you like to come? Would you like to come with me? Would you like to come to cinema? Like this. Or I would be very like you to come with me. Or I would be very like you to join me, or to come with me, to work with me, like this. Or you can say, won't you come? You can directly ask, won't you come? Won't you come with me? Won't you come with me for the cinema? Won't you come with me in library? Like this. And the same occasion, you have to use the different, we can say, useful expressions when your listener is your bosom friend, your close friend, your brother, sister, close relative, you say. On such occasion, we can use the following useful expressions like, what about having lunch with us? Means direct question is asked, no request is made while giving the invitation. Or you can say, come and have a lunch with us. Again, it's an order, it is not request. Or you can say, like to have lunch with us? Means no WH word or no auxiliary verb is used. Sentence, only the tone indicates that it's a question. And it is a rhetorical question, we can say. And what is a rhetorical question? That the answer the listener knows, like this. And indirectly we say, would you close the door please? Means it is request. But when you say to your friend, you never say like this. You simply say, close the door. Okay. Will you close the door? Like this. Okay. Or you can say, you must have lunch with us. Again, this is order. You must take lunch with us. But the situation changed. The words change. The statements are changed when your listener is changed. And when your listener, when your communication is a formal communication or is an official communication, the same occasion, how you have to say? You must have to say, we should be very pleased or we should be very happy if you could join with us or if you could have lunch with us. We should be very delighted if you were able to come with us or come with us to cinema or for lunch with us, etc. Or you can say, perhaps you would care to have lunch with us. In this way, you can give the invitation. Now, somebody gives you invitation. Sometimes you accept that invitation. Sometimes you decline or you refuse the invitation. So, my next part is accepting invitation. Again, this table would help you which useful expression should be used while accepting invitation. For example, in a neutral or safe way, suppose somebody gives you invitation and you are going to accept the invitation, neutrally, the person not so acquainted with you, only acquainted with you must have to say, thank you, I would like to. Suppose somebody gives you the invitation of dinner, you can say, thank you. So I'd like to means I would like to accept your invitation, or I am going to accept your invitation, or I'll come for the dinner, like this. Or you can say that would be very nice. Again, or you can say with pleasure. You can simply say yes, I will. Or you can say that sound like a very, we can say, wonderful idea. Or you can say I would like nothing better. Means whatever the invitation you have given me, nothing is better than that one. Then informal way. Now where to use informal way, where to use formal way. So, suppose your friend invite you for a lunch or for any, we can say, invitation he has given, and you are going to accept it. How you have to express your ideas? You must have to say, thank you very much, or thanks a lot, or I won't say no, because I am your close friend, so I won't say no. Or you can say simply great, or I would love to, I would attend the program, like this. But suppose you are the boss and you are going to accept the invitation, you have to use the different expressions for it. And how to express your expressions? Like, I would be very much like to, or I would be delighted to, or that's really most kind of you, or what a splendid idea, thank you. Thank you means thank you for giving invitation to me, or that would be gave me great pleasure. That means you are accepting the invitation. Now, here the next point I have covered. Now I come to the next point, that is declining the invitation. What is declining? In the last part is about accepting the accepting the invitation. Now you have, suppose you don't have time, you have some urgent work, you are not going to attend the program or function, or you say whatever the invitation he or she has given to you, it means you are declining the invitation. How you have to express yourself when you decline an invitation? Neutrally, you simply say, thank you very much, but dash 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 dash. What is the meaning of dash dash dash? Dash dash means you have to give the reason for it. For example, thank you very much, but I have some urgent work, or I am going to I'm going to market, or I am going to I have given time to somebody, like this. So whatever the reason may be, you have to give reason. Or you can say, that's very kind of you, but again this but dash dash. Here dash dash, you have to give the reason. Or you can say, I'm very sorry, I don't think I can come, because the reason is here in the bracket, it is not given in the dash dash. Okay. Or you can simply say, I would like to, means I would like to accept your invitation, but dash 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 dash. Or I am afraid, I have already promised to my friend, promised to my parents, promised to my relatives, etc. Such a reason you can give. And in an informal way, you have to change again the words or the expressions. You must have to say, I would love to, means I would love to join you, I would love to participate in your function, but dash dash dash. Again dash dash gives the reason. Or you can say, oh, what a shame, dash 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 dash, but I am going to dash 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 dash, like this. Or you can say, sorry I can't, but thanks anyway that you have given me invitation. But formally the same situation, you have to express yourself, thanks, extremely kind of you, but dash 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 dash. Or sadly, unfortunately, I won't be in town because I am out of the town. Or however, thank you for inviting me, like this. Now the next, here the occasion ends. Now I come to the next one, that is asking permission. In our day-to-day life, for a number of time, you have to ask permission. So neutrally you can say, can I use your camera please? Or could I use your mobile please? Or you can say, I wonder if I could use your camera or your laptop or your mobile, like this. Or I was wondering if I could use your camera or mobile or pen or scooter, like this. Or do you mind if I use your scooter, your two-wheeler, your four-wheeler, like this. And in a formal way, you can say, mind if I use your camera please? Or let me use your camera please? Or can I go ahead to use your camera? Or you can say, anyway, or borrow your mobile or laptop. But formally you have to say, may I have permission to use your phone? Or you can say, with your permission, I should like to use your mobile. Or you can say, do you have any objection if I use your computer? Or may I come in, sir? May I go out, sir? Like this. Now I come to giving permission. How to give the permission? Because somebody asks you permission and you have to give the permission. Neutrally or safely you can say, of course you can. Or yes, certainly you can. By all means you can. Or you are welcome. or please don't hesitate. Please don't hesitate to use my mobile or pen, whatever it may be. And giving permission informally, you can say, sure, okay, fine, all right, that's fine, go ahead, carry on, no reason, why not? And formally, you can say, that seems perfectly acceptable, I can sue, and no objection. Or yes, sure, yes, you may, or there seems to be no reason why you shouldn't. And the last part is, that is the refusing the permission. That means you are not giving permission. In a safe way, you can say, sorry, I am afraid you can't do that. You can't use my mobile, you can't use my computer like this. I am afraid you can't use my pen, or you can't use my scooter like this, or I am afraid that's not possible, that's not allowed, or I am afraid that's not allowed you to do that. While in formal way, you can say, I would like to, but dash. You have to give the reason. Or sorry, dash. And in a formal way, you must have to say, I am afraid I can't allow, I can't permit you that, or I can't permit you to use my mobile camera like this. I am afraid I can't do that. So these are the useful expressions are used while refusing the permission. I hope that this expression would help you in our day-to-day life, and I hope you like this video. Thank you to spare time with me.